kind of like
There's
they
like
explore it, you know?
This taboo thing, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And, so it's interesting that DC kind of got cold feet on that. I think they didn't want to piss off parents because of what Batman means to a lot of kids.
Now they were like, we're just making hentai.
Because you have to think about, they have to think about their toy lines, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's all about money, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Well, at least the real fans know that they hook up for sure, bro. Like, come on. Why wouldn't fucking Bruce Wayne be hooking up with some Selena Kyle? Like, I think pretty much every version of Selena Kyle is very sexy and publicized as a sex symbol. Like, granted the fact that old white dudes and fucking animators made this fucking character to be perfect, you know? Mm-hmm. Every time they draw her, she's fucking...
It's interesting, though, because Selena Kyle is she's almost like Clark Kent, where she's like in disguise, and
Ugly Betty.
You would never think that Selena Kyle would be Catwoman because she's all clumsy, you know, in her daylight. How do you say?
She was a secretary.
Day job.
Yeah, for Max Schreck.
So it's almost like she moonlights as Catwoman.
Yeah. So yeah, and plus she even wears the fucking glasses just like him. So. That's pretty cool that that was even put on the table, so that they even got that far as saying, hey, they should have sex.
That they made the scene and had to cut it.
Yeah.
Like they got that far.
Dude, there were some people out there that are like, yo, bro, we fucking did it. They're gonna do it.
Yeah. And it's funny that it's Batman going down on Catwoman as opposed to the other way. So it's almost... it's like playing with
dominance.
Yeah.
Or like
maybe there's all these things at play here that make it very
very specific on what they want to do. Yeah. Especially because we have all seen the scene from Batman Returns where she gets on top of him and kind of licks his face over the mask.
Mm-hmm.
So
iconic, yeah.
Yeah, they have some sort of sexual tension for sure, dude. All right, moving on.
All right. Was that your two?
Yeah, that was it, man. I'll pass the mic to you.
All right. So I have some more Keanu-related news. We've been hearing claims as of late that the Matrix 4's proper title could indeed be The Matrix Resurrections.
Whoa.
However, nothing is set in concrete as of now. This subtitle would make sense as we know its central characters have obviously returned from beyond the grave, aka Trinity, and Neo.
Because so my question is this going to be in the same timeline as the first three that are already out? Yeah, it's not going to be a prequel or some sort of alternate.
After Revolutions, I believe.
Do we know if the albino ghosts are going to be in them?
I would say I doubt it. But
I really like those guys because those guys are oddballs. But I'm pretty excited. I'm a super fan of the Matrix 1 and 2.
Of course.
Animatrix for sure. I'm on the same boat if you say any publicity is good publicity. I'm asking for more Matrix. And people say I don't know who is asking for that. I'm asking for more Matrix, so that would be cool. If more Matrix, the merrier, dude. Especially with this cast that they're announcing.
Yeah.
Christina Ricci.
They came a long way because a couple of years ago, back when they announced that they were going to be doing another Tron with Jared Leto this time, they were trying to push a Matrix reboot with Michael B. Jordan as the front runner.
Really?
And I guess they scrapped that idea.
What was 30 Seconds to Mars going to do? Jared Leto.
He's going to be somebody in
villain.
I'm not sure. I don't think he's a villain. He's like the main protagonist.
I can't see that full being anything else like that, like superhero or something. I always see him as like a bad guy villain or like a scumbag somewhere. I can't see him.
It makes sense that he's Morbius or whatever that.
Yeah, but also how he's in Blade Runner.
That's what I was going to bring up. Is very Tron right there.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's the first thing I thought of for sure. His eyes and the neon lights behind him and shit. What was his name again? Neander fucking... shit. I forgot. Where's Pollock when I need him, dude? Shit, dude, I forget his name. I'll remember, though. I might have to phone a friend on that one.
Can I use a lifeline? And my last bit of news, some local news, actually. AMC theaters will be playing both A Quiet Place films back-to-back on the 23rd, which is next week. The first one will start at 5 p.m., and this is for one night only.
Only one night?
Double feature.
You know, I don't know if I've seen both of those, or seen... okay, I've seen the preview for the second one, and I think I've seen the first one with Tiny?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's
on
what
the
he
show.
said. Okay, for sure. Neander Wallace.
Neander Wallace.
Thank you, Google.
And that wraps up our news, unless you have anything you want, final last thoughts for this segment.
No, that was pretty good, though. It's very hard to come across news, but it's starting to become more in the news because of, you know, the recent restrictions being lifted. If you don't know, California has kind of got a little looser with the mask mandate. I still haven't got vaccinated, though. I'm saying that on air. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I still haven't got it, but I want to. I just haven't had time. Any excuse you want to insert, that's what it's there. I'm sorry. I do want to get it. If someone were to have it right now, I'd probably get it. But I just, you know.
It's all good. But just try to get it when you can.
Maybe that's why I'm so thirsty. I haven't been vaccinated.
Moving on to Rex.
Rex. You know what? Can I say, do you want to do shows? Or do you know of any shows going on right now? I'll do this. Shows, and more shows. Boom.
Plug ears, man.
I'll do one. Well, actually, I know of a few. So today, which is June 18th, is when you'll be probably hearing this, is when it's coming out. There's going to be a show at the Ugly Dog Pub. It's going to be a bunch of artists, beat makers, MCs, vendors, the whole nine. It's pretty much a hip hop show. I'll be performing at 6:40 p.m. So if you're hearing this during the day, you want to make it out. It's at the Ugly Dog Pub. I'll actually pass over the flyer over to Wesley, so he can probably put it on his story for the Drop the Mic. And then there's going to be another show tomorrow, which is Saturday, June 19th. It's a special day for San Diego because that's actually 619. And there's a show at the Black Cat Bar featuring Milky Wayne and a couple of the Spooky Gang artists. So check that out. And that's going to be at the Black Cat Bar on 619. That is actually Bad Luck Cortez and Chemtrails release for their new release. So go ahead and check that out. Shout out to those dudes. So those are like a couple of hip hop shows that I'm probably going to go to this weekend for sure.
Very nice. I'm not sure I have too much to add. I do know there's this shoegaze band that I really love called Nothing. They have booked a show for the Casbah in October. It might be, if not on Halloween, I think it might be Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Don't quote me on that, but if you're listening to us and you're in the San Diego area, Nothing is going to be going on tour and most likely coming to your city. If you've never heard of this band, you should check them out. Very, very awesome. Like this crazy, powerful, swirling sound.
What would you compare them to, Wesley?
God, do you like Weir? Have you ever heard Weir?
No. I'm old.
I don't know.
Like, is it more electronic or is it?
Have you ever heard No, it's a full band. Have you ever heard My Bloody Valentine?
Yeah, like post-hardcore like kind of.
Yeah,
screamo.
Like very kind of not. I wouldn't say screamo. They're kind of, their vocals are quiet.
Post-hardcore. Oh,
like shoegaze. How shoegaze is
like Jonah's one-line drawing.
Yeah.
Far.
Yeah. Where they're
Sunny Day Real Estate.
Yeah.
Dude, just say that. Yeah, Sub Pop. There you go. I made it. I found it. 7 degrees of.
Or I mean, even Deftones does that sometimes.
Yeah.
Where they're just like really loud but melodic. At the
I
same
like stuff
time.
like that. Like the good parts of Thursday.
I can agree to that.
I'm going to do one more show. And this is going to be a shout out to the SD State of Mind album release party featuring 18 Scales, Kali, Dre Cat, Callie the Dreamer with DJ Root, Natalie, which she's really good. She's a really good singer. Shout out to Sham Black, Nemi, and the homie Indian K. All those guys are going to be actually playing at the Casbah, and that's going to be July 14th. $10 to see all that local talent. Check it out, dudes.
Very nice.
Casbah. That's pretty good, dude. Hell yeah.
All right. And then that'll move us into our weekly recommendations, I believe.
Boom.
Which, do you want to throw it back to, you want me to go?
Oh, well, I was going to say, did James send anything in? No?
Just the news.
Okay. No, I was like, man, that would be cool if, like, even when ours can just send stuff in, but maybe he just doesn't want to just take a break from it and stuff, but I get it. I'll go. I have 2 recs. I don't know where you can find these at, but they were just kind of in the same vein of the movie focus for this week. It's going to be same director, I believe. Menace to Society.
Rusty Condiff.
Yeah. Menace to Society, I mean, that's a really good one. Has a lot of social undertones and messages all over that movie. I seen it when I was a teenager. I've probably seen it maybe 10, 15 times. It's really, really good. And the second one, which is like really holds a, I always get teared up, is Boys in the Hood. Shout out to Doughboy. All of those guys in that movie do a really good job to kind of talk some sense into you to not kind of go down that path, or it gives you a really good message. Lawrence Fishburne with his performance in that movie, fucking amazing. Cuba does a really good job in that movie, and it just shows you this is just one story in the hood. So both of those movies, hood movies for sure. Tales from the Hood is our movie focus, so I figured why not keep it hood. You know what I'm saying? Cool. And those are the only 2. I'm not sure where you can find those at. I'll give you guys an update when we do our rec post for show.
All right. They could have taken it off, but I think Boys in the Hood might be on Netflix.
Netflix? I'll probably have to Google that. Let me see.
I just have one. As I've been kind of busy lately, but I've been slowly working my way, rewatching FX's Nip Tuck.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I've seen a few episodes.
And, this is one of the, because this premiered in 2003.
Okay.
Right? So I was in high school, or just transferring to high school, and it was basically one of the first adult-oriented shows consistently that I followed, like week to week. You know what I mean?
You got into it.
Yeah, I'd watch the seasons. You know what I mean? Because this was before shows were an everyday thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At least these kind of high, like...
There were weekly shows.
High concept. You know what I mean? You have the sitcoms and Grey's Anatomy and stuff like that happening all at the same time, but not this kind of heavy drama, but with very high budget cinematic value at the same time, So, yeah, Dylan Walsh, Vince McMahon, they are these, they're in Miami, and they're these high profile plastic surgeons.
Yeah.
And they just get into some crazy shit, man. And because it's from the creator Ryan Murphy of American Horror Story and and Glee and all of these crazy diverse shows, you know what I mean?
There's a bunch of stories and diversity in it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, because he's an older gay dude.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you have all of these things, especially back when it started in 2003, that were being touched on that are still relevant now. Homophobia, transphobia, things like that are all taking place. Or like, you know, it's just giving